What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, undefeated 3-division world champion, who at one point in time simultaneously held the WBA super title at 130, the WBA regular title at 135 and 140 in superstar boxer Gervonta Tank Davis. Gervonta Tank Davis is 27 wins, no losses, no draw, 25 big wins by way of knockout. He is 25 years of age, 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. With that said, most recently we had undefeated 2-division world champion, superstar boxer, Olympic silver medalist, former unified super featherweight, WBC, WBO world champion, Shakur Stevenson, superstar boxer, who's 18 wins, no loss, no draw, 9 wins by way of knockout, 25 years of age, 5'8" with a 68-inch arm reach. With that said, Shakur Stevenson, he missed weight in his last fight. I mean, heading into this fight with Robson Casasio, Olympic gold medalist, Brazilian star boxer, is taking place tonight. So Shakur Stevenson, he missed weight, which led to Shakur Stevenson being stripped of his WBC, WBO titles. And Shakur Stevenson immediately followed that up with, an announcement that he is now going to campaign at 135. Okay, now keep this in mind that Gervonta Tank Davis heading into his showdown with fellow stablemate, lightweight title contender Rolando Rolly Romero, May 28th of this year at the Barclays Center. He and Shakur Stevenson, they went back and forth, to which Gervonta Tank Davis made a statement that after this fight, I think I'm going back down to 130 and, look to fight against Shakur Stevenson. To which Shakur Stevenson said, make sure you get that victory. Let's make it happen. So Gervonta Tank Davis later on made a statement that he could no longer make 130 pounds. He's comfortable at 135. He's not looking to go up to 140 or down to 130. So now that Shakur Stevenson has made the announcement and let the world know, I can no longer make 130 pounds. Okay, I've outgrown the division. I did everything I could to attempt to make the weight, but I just simply can't do it. I'm not going to harm myself and deplete my body trying to make the weight. And now I'm going to 135. So it got everybody to thinking about Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Tank Davis now is more of a realistic possibility now that Shakur Stevenson is going to move up in weight. So Gervonta Tank Davis, he responded by simply saying that Top Rank, ESPN, and all these fighters are using his name as promotion. And then he goes on to say, I could see all of these things coming from a mile away. They need to stop using my name for promotion. It is what it is, but I truly believe that this is a fight Shakur Stevenson would relish, hands down. Okay, I have no doubt that Shakur Stevenson would relish the opportunity to face off against Gervonta Tank Davis. They're both southpaws. They're both young. They have history. Why not make it happen? So Gervonta Tank Davis is kind of in the limbo state, as he recently made, a statement that, he was in a bad contract with his current situation and Mayweather Promotions, and that the lawyer put him in a very, very bad contract, and that you shouldn't have did that to a kid, and that the lawyer responded, if you was my kid, it wouldn't have happened, right? So we know that it looks like Gervonta Tank Davis is trying to make a fight with undefeated lightweight, junior, welterweight Mexican superstar title contender King Ryan Garcia in December. Ryan Garcia's 23 wins, no losses, no draws, 19 wins by way of knockout. Ryan Garcia is 23 years of age, 5'10" with a 70-inch arm reach. Now, what's interesting about Ryan Garcia is Ryan Garcia's last 2 fights was at 140 at junior welterweight, okay? And so he wants this fight with Tank Davis to be at 140, but Tank Davis had one fight at 140 and says he's not comfortable, so he's going to campaign at 135 again, which makes the Shakur Stevenson fight a huge possibility, right? But now Tank Davis feels like everybody's using his name for clout. That could be a case. I could see that. But at the same token, they want to fight. I'm sure Shakur Stevenson, with his competitive nature and his competitive mindset, is not using Gervonta Tank Davis' name as clout, right? More or less, he's looking at Gervonta Tank Davis as a legacy fight and a big opportunity for himself, not as clout. And so, you know, obviously there's a major hurdle, right? And that being the promotional companies, the networks, right? Are they willing to play ball with one another to be able to have these fights come to fruition, right? Are they going to do that? You know, that's the biggest, you know, hurdle in the way. You know, that's the biggest sticking point. You know, that you got Mayweather Promotions with Gervonta Tank Davis. Gervonta Tank Davis is also with the PBC, Premier Boxing Champions, founder and advisor Al Heyman. He's also with Showtime President of Sports, Steven Espinosa. These are major hurdles because Shakur Stevenson is with legendary promoter, top-ranked CEO and promoter Bob Arum and ESPN. So it's unfortunate that these young fighters have to be concerned, right, with who they sign with, because it's going to prevent them from getting the fights that they want to fight, the legacy fights. So before they even sign to a promotional company, they have to be in the mindset of, am I going to sign with this company, right, and then not be able to fight the fights that I'm looking to have? That's unfortunate. These fighters should not have to have that mindset as they're young, going into their careers. They have to be concerned with, is my promotional company going to do business with this promotional company? So on and so forth. That's unfortunate. It's truly unfortunate that that's the mindset that these fighters have to have going into starting their careers, because essentially what it boils down to is the networks and the promotional companies are too greedy, right? That's what it is. There is too much greed in the sport of boxing, and everybody want to keep everything in house. Nobody wants to, you know, share, right? Nobody wants to, you know, allow legacy fights to take place. Everybody wants to, you know, have their hands in the pot, and everybody wants to be the reasoning as to why their fighters, and which is understandable. You want to be the reason that your fighter is, you know, successful. Cool, very understandable. But why are we blocking legacy fights? That I don't get. And we stand in the way. Well, is this promotional company going to do business with this promotional company? Are they going to allow, you know, their fighter to come over here and fight our fighter? That shouldn't be the case. That shouldn't be an issue. You understand? Because at the end of the day, the majority of your fights are going to be in-house. The majority of these fights are going to be in-house. Period. Right? The majority of these fights are going to take place in-house. The majority of your fighters' fights are going to be in-house. 90% of the fights are going to be in-house. You may have 2-3 big fights outside of your company. Period. And we still can't find a way to get these fights done. You can't play nice in the sandbox for 2 fights, 1 fight, 3 fights at tops, to give the fans, who are ultimately the consumers, and allow everybody to have the lifestyles and the funds that they live. Because without the fans, you don't have any of this. So when the fans are calling for big fights, instead of us talking about how much money this fighter makes and how many seats this fighter sells, well, that's the fans. That's up to the fans. What everybody else should be concerned with is giving the fans the best product you possibly can give them. Period. So they can come back. That should be everybody's concern. This should be, as fans, we shouldn't be talking about, well, this is a huge fight, but what's the chances that Top Rank is going to do business with PBC? We shouldn't be talking about that. We should be talking about the best fighting the best, point blank and period. And Gervonta Tank Davis shouldn't be talking about nobody using his name as clout. Because he should be saying, okay, no problem. I'll see you either down the line or next. Period. It's just that simple. Not saying, well, I'm a massive draw, so you just using my name as clout. When you know these are competitive fights. When you know their skill set matches up with your skill set. It ain't always about how many seats you sell and how much you got paid. That's not what it's about. Because ultimately, the fans are the ones that come and support you. And that's how come you could talk about how many seats you sell, because the fans are interested in you fighting. The fans are also interested in them fighting as well. Maybe they're slightly more interested in you fighting than they are of them fighting. But the fans are the ones that show up and show out and spend their hard-earned money so that you can have the Bentleys, so you can have the condos, so you can live the lifestyle that you live. That's the fans doing. That's what the fans do ultimately. And the fans want to see you fight the best, not talk about how much the fans support you. That's where we go wrong. That's where it goes wrong in the sport of boxing. Everybody's talking about how much the fans support them. Yeah, well, fans support me more than they support you, so I ain't got to fight you. Huh? No, the fans support you in hopes to see you fighting the absolute best there is to offer. They get behind you, but eventually they want to see you in competitive fights and see how you fare with the absolute best there is to offer. That's what the fans want to see. They want to see the best fight the best. Point blank and period. So, he says that, you know, he can see it from a mile away that they're using his name for clout. And ultimately, you know, he could, you know, he not going to allow it is what it boils down to. But at the end of the day, the fans want to see the best fight the best. They want to see Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Tank Davis face off against each other. Two southpaws, two highly skilled young fighters, undefeated in their primes, and that's what the fans want to see, period. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to Black Media Bro. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.